Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic Gathering online challenge. And let's take a look at what we might be up against. We're on a draw for game one, and looking like we might be up against Yawgmoth. Well, I do like this hand for a lot of reasons. I will keep it. Question is what I exile here. I think the Ugin's Lab, honestly. I mean, there's a decent chance, like 1 out of 6, that we see a 7-mana Ice Spell, or maybe a Forest, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go Gemstone Cavern, Forest, and pass. So now we can go Forest into Rumble. Looks like it is, in fact, Yogs. Let's take a look at their list. Anything surprising here? Harvester of Misery from the vault. Okay, so a way to deal with energy, it looks like. Otherwise, looks pretty standard Insidious Fungus main. Okay. Okay. Yep, otherwise, pretty normal. Sanctum of Ugin. Well, I will play a Forest and cast Malevolent Rumble. There's the Devourer of Destiny. I'll grab Devourer and then pass. So next turn we can lab, imprint, Devourer. And we can think about sweeping the board or playing Karn. That is the question. Young Wolf, yes. And Bowmasters, target, sowing Mycospawn, in response, pass. Yeah, thinking more and more that we'd probably just sweep board here. Sowing Mycospawn. Well, I will play the Ugin Lab, imprint the Devourer. We could go Sowing Mycospawn and try and ramp further, but into what becomes the question. We could go Karn minus for Tormod's Crypt. I think we will just return. That puts him down a mana. That puts him at Bowmasters. Young Wolf will trigger for Undying. And pass. A Eldrazi Temple would be ideal off the top. Opponent's thinking now. Wonder if they're short mana. Next turn, I mean, we could Karn, insulate ourselves with a Tormod's Crypt. That way, Young Wolf goes to the grave. If they get rid of the counter, then we can get rid of it. Looks like opponent may have missed their land drop. They may have needed that mana from Delighted Halfling. Second main. And Liberator. Okay, they did not miss their land drop, but they do have a Surveil land. Surveil trigger resolves, and what we thinking? Ghost Quarter. Not doing too much right now. If we play Karn, Karn's guaranteed dead, right? Whereas if I play Sowing Mycospawn, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so I'll still be short on the Devourer is the only problem that I have. Huh. It does get us closer to the return to clear board. So I'll play the Sanctum. Non-kicked Mycospawn here. And we'll grab the Temple, then pass. This way I have a blocker. Protects our life total, threatens the board. Next turn we can return Devour to hand. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also play Karn. Okay. So I think this is fine. There's a Dryad Arbor. So that's our land drop for the turn. So no Yawg. Could play Grist. Grist is an option. Liberator currently has no targets. I guess they haven't cast any spells, so Outland Liberator might actually flip this turn. Well, 7 mana next turn of Karn, and pretty much an empty hand. We could go Bridge. Is Bridge the right move, though? Grist. Probably not. It's a token, makes 2 tokens because they had a Grist. Interesting. Well, Liberator does not flip. We'll draw. I would like to get rid of Grist sooner than later. Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, I do like that now, don't I? So let's see if they're willing to let me hit Grist, first off and foremost. Imagine this block with an insect. Yeah, makes sense. It was worth a try. You get your opponent every turn, every opportunity to make a mistake if you can help it. 3, 4, 5. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ugh. So I can't do that, but I can hold up Ghost Quarters or Sanctum of Ugin. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll trigger the Sanctum. So we'll do this, do this, do this. Get rid of a Blooming Marsh. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 still. So we can go for a Devourer. Keep this Devourer tucked, go after Grist next turn. And we're holding up Ghost Quarter if needed. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 will be 1 off. No. I always fall into this. I could very well grab Emrakul next for next turn, because I will have a creature in the graveyard, which bump me up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, actually, I'll be short one die. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, never mind. I'll still be short. So Scratch that idea. We will, yes, for this. Oh no, we'll be up to 6. I was right, I was counting right. So yeah, because 5, so it makes 106, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's tempting. Do they have any way to get anything out of graveyard? They have Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Yes. That would be the main way for them to do that. So let's play around that possibility, and let's instead grab the Devourer of Destiny as we initially planned. I would have liked the Emrakul, but it's probably a safer bet for us to grab the Devourer. That way we can get rid of Grist and be good. What are you doing? Chord for 1. Eh. Young Wolf. Okay, just keeping a Young Wolf on the field. I understand. Alright, we'll pass. And pass. Well, I guess you can sacrifice Young Wolf to get rid of Breaker. Blood Artist, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so they're going to get rid of World Breaker. Yep. Blood Artist has 2 triggers. 10 to 16. We'll get rid of you. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get rid of Grist. And next turn we can play Karn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I got the Soul Cauldron. Can grab Grist. They can shoot down the Devourer, but they'd have to sacrifice itself in order to do so. Yep, Grist target Blood Artist. Will you tick down? No, you will not. Okay. Oh, well, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That works. Emrakul the Promised End. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, so this is Golgari Yawgmoth. Win for game 1. Let's move the sideboard, and I believe all we do is we bring in another Kozilek's Return, cutting a Karn. Yeah, that looks right. Karn is decent in the matchup, though. Specifically for Agatha's Soul Cauldron, grabbing Tormod's Crypt. It does insulate us well. I wonder if we do drop Chrysalis instead, maybe? It's a thought. Yeah, maybe we do drop Chrysalis. And adjust the sideboard accordingly. Alright. Well, let's run it back. On the draw for game 2, we can keep this. Reveal Devourer, pass. Need to watch out for Fulminator Mage now. Actually, let me take a look. Do they have Fulminator Mage on the side? They have 2. And then 2 Force of Vigors. Okay. And Dampening Sphere. So they have some things to work with us. There's a Karn. Otherwise, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll grab Karn, I think. Turn 2 Karn is strong after all. Imprint Devourer, cast Talisman, pass. I'll say if they force that, we are in a bit of trouble. There's the Mortuary, Surveil, Dry to Arbor into Grave, Forest, and oof. Yeah, it did say we'd be in a bit of trouble, but thankfully we got bailed out by another Talisman. We will rumble. I think we grab a Sowing Mycospawn here, because that's 2, 4, 5, 6. So Sowing Mycospawn will be good. And we pass. Hold up the ability to respond. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A Soul Land, specifically a Temple, gets us Emrakul. Malevolent Rumble. Besiege you. Well, that's rude. Yeah, that's fine. We'll grab Commercial District. We exiled it, didn't we? We'll grab a Stomping Grounds then. Maybe a Forest. Stomping Grounds, Forest, Stomping Grounds, Forest, Stomping Grounds tapped. So we need a land to kick the Sowing Mycospawn. I mean, yeah, you can take Kozilek's Return. That's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Give me a Soul Land. Ah, so close. We can hold up the command. That is a genuine thought. Otherwise, we can just Sowing Mycospawn and set up for the Emrakul next turn. I think that's probably correct. Oh, I forgot to make green. Okay. I'll grab a Temple. And we'll hold up the Kozilek's Return in case. Yeah, they've had much more of a reactive hand. I mean, you're going to hit the command regardless, so I'm just going to Scry Draw here. Hold up the ability to respond. Lista, you're going to shoot the Eldrazi spawn. Response. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It didn't matter what you did there. I'll be honest. So Emrakul, the Promised End. There's the return we will not use. And opponent scoops it up. Clean to a win against Golgari Yawgmoth. We'll be back for round 2. Alright, and we're back for round 2 on the draw for game 1. Let's take a peek and see what we might be up against. Rock, Nate. I can definitely spell sometimes. Yes. Looks like Eldrazi Ramp. So a bit of a mirror match. Being on the draw does put me at a significant disadvantage. I'm going to mulligan this hand. This would have made it been a lot more palatable with a green source. I'll have to mulligan again. I'll keep this. Dump Talisman, dump Breaker. Done. Reveal Devourer, pass. Let's see if it is in fact the mirror match. We really could use a lab here. Speak of the Devil, and it shall appear. There's an Emrakul, so it does look like the mirror match. And I think they might have this. I'm going to exile all, draw blind, return's not going to cut it. We'll play the Wooded Foothills, and then put a pause on end step. Forest Rumble, no Forest Talisman, then nothing, okay. Oh, all Wooded Foothills, we must have exiled. Unfortunate. Grab Stomping Ground tapped. There's a Sprawl, so we can go Stomping Ground, Shock, Utopia Sprawl on green. Could be Rumble or Talisman. Rumble would give me up to 4, but then we're needing to bank. We need a threat, so yeah, we'll Rumble. There's the lab I've been looking for. We'll pass. So now we need to draw into one of our threats. Ideally a Myco spawn, but it might be too late. Ghost Quarters can hit the Stomping Ground. Sprawl, mana neutral. That's still enough for a Myco spawn kicked. Yep, looking like it. Yes, can't do anything about that. I'm still not out of it yet, but we're definitely not well positioned. Especially that Ghost Quarter sitting there, not all too thrilled by that prospect. Sanctum of Ugin, interesting. Is tucking the Devourer correct here? It is going to get hit by Ghost Quarters, probably. They grabbed a Sanctum, so they must have something to cast. Damn. Maybe I should have played Bajuka Bug, question mark? But, like, there's nothing in their graveyard. We know they have an Emrakul, which kind of scares me a bit. I'm going to say no, and we'll just play a Talisman. So right now we have 4 10s, not enough for an Emrakul. You played a Forest attacking. Yep, that goes through. I'll go down to 14. Another Myco spawn or a World Breaker? Devourer. Hits their own Utopia Sprawl though. And then you can grab a World Breaker or a Sowing Myco spawn. Sowing Myco spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is Karn will die. Okay. So, well, Bajuka Bog, target you. And then we'll cast Karn. minus Karn. And we're gonna grab Bridge. Pass. So Karn will go down, and then they're going to kick a land. We'll then be able to cast Bridge. 3 at Karn, 6 at me, down to 8. So we ideally need a land here next turn. A land would mean they can't attack. Chrysalis. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting choice. Another Karn. Alright. Only problem now is the fact that they're gonna be able to come in with 7 damage. So if they are able to generate a spawn, they win. Really need a land. Kick. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So kind of land or bust right now. Even with a land action, you might still be dead because of the Writhing Chrysalis. Down to 3. They can get under Bridge. We have to Malevolent Rumble. Nope. We cannot make it work. Yeah, they were able to do just enough damage. Because we can go Forest, what have you. We'll still have only 3. We needed a lab to play Karn, but even then we wouldn't be able to get rid of either of these two. Actually, no, a lab, Tuck Devourer, play Karn. That'll just left the return, so that would have been enough. We whiffed on the lab, so you got it. Let's take a look at their lists. They do have this, no Stone Rain. Instead, Consigned to Memory. Oh, interesting. So this is the Gruul list. Splash Blue, not for Null Drifter, but Consign. So this has a Breeding Pool, a Hedge Maze, only 1 Stomping Ground. And then the Talismans are still split. So this is fascinating. Okay. So we have to play around Consigns, whereas they have to play around Stone Rain. Okay. I'll run it back. On the play for game 2. A 7 mana value spell makes this so much better, but we can actually keep this. Because we can go Stomping Ground, Sprawl, and even if I have 7 mana value spell, we can go Stone Rain, Stone Rain. Hi, sir. Hi, Butter. How can I help you, sir? What? No. No play of wires. You don't do that here. No wire playing. Apparently the Butter Boy wants attention. Are you working with the opponent? Is that what's happening here, Butter? Yeah. Yeah. Strange creature. Alright. Stomping Grounds, Shock. Sprawl on Stomping Grounds for green. And pass. and pass. There's Commercial District. So I'm not too worried right now about sending off this Stone Rain. Interesting that they put the lab in there, though. Makes me consider Ghost Quarter. You know, I think we just do Stone Rain. Takes them off of Malevolent Rumble. Hugin's Lab, Imprint, Talisman, Stonebrain. Well, we can go Malevolent Rumble. There's a Devourer, there's a Mycospawn. If we go Mycospawn, 1, 2, 3, only have 4 mana. We could draw into a 7 mana value spell. Alternatively, yeah, let's go Sowing Mycospawn here. Play Windswept Teeth, fetch of Windswept Teeth. Grab a forest, and 1, 2. Stone Rain you again. No lands allowed. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah, I mean, a turn 2 Stone Rain into a turn 3 Stone Rain into a potential turn 4 Sinkhole. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, let's run it back. I just need to get that lucky for this time. Unfortunately, then beyond the play, gonna be a bit harder. Ooh, but we also have Gemstone Caverns, and that's a tech that not many people have adopted, but let me tell you, when it works, it works. Revealing 2 Devourers. I'll reveal Devourer, I'll reveal Gemstone Cavern, and I'm thinking of probably exiling the Devourer, because that'll be 1. We ideally want a lab. Maybe we get rid of the forest, though. No, I think we get rid of the... maybe we get rid of forest, because this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Get rid of forest, so that way if we do find a lab, it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That feels a bit slow. So maybe do get rid of the Devourer. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Devourer. And then pass. Let's see what you exile. So we really need a lab here. I think a lab might secure us a win. Forest, Mycospawn, Windswept, exiled. They kept 1 on top. Okay, well, they found the lab. Lab, tuck Devourer into Brain. Alright, let's see the lab. Ah, no lab. We do have a Karn. It's a turn 3 Karn. Well, technically turn 2. I guess we could also go Talisman. Talisman's actually not a bad idea. I'll grab the Talisman. So we will go with... If I go with Eldrazi Temple, that'll be through 3, 4, and then potentially 5. So kind of same idea as we just go forest. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Even if you find a soul land, it'll just be 6. They don't have the same things as us. So I think we do go Temple. They don't have whatchamacallit. Blanking out. Stone Rain. They have Consign. Alright, so what do you Stone Brain? Do you Stone Brain Karn? Do you Stone Brain Sowing Mycospawn? World Breaker? I mean, next turn I can theoretically have a kicked Mycospawn. If I had a Mycospawn and a Temple, right? Or even a Lab. You also could pick Stone Rain. So they have choices. Sowing Mycospawn. That is fine. We'll get a Stone Rain off, sending them back 2 mana. Okay, Sowing Mycospawn out. Draw. Oh, Jesus. Yep, Stone... No. Nope, nope, nope. Stone Rain you, not my own gemstone, please. Stomping Ground's tapped. And pass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn will be 6. Unless we draw into a temple, in which case, then we can Breaker. So this is a Kozilek's Command X1. Yes. Scry, draw, and make a spawn. 0 top, 1 bottom draw. Utopia Sprawl. Red. Target temple. And pass. Oh, land destruction. You're so fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stomping Ground, shock. And... Wait, you have a Stone Rain too? Since when? That's not in your list. Oh, well, shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that took a mana source from them, right? Butter, can you please? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're both short on mana now. Okay. Butter, stop being a menace. You're very cute, but you can't help. I will cast... And this is x equals 5, x equals 4 rather. So if you find a Karn, we do not, but we do find that temple we were looking for. So bottom, 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 top, cast 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, we're 3 off of casting both. We'll pass. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Oh, you found a land. Can't do anything with it. That's the question. You don't have... Okay, I was about to say, you can Stone Rain, that's fine. I was about to say, you don't still have Kozilek's Return in the game. That'd be absurd. So... 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Might go spawn into a Bajuga Bog actually would be unfortunate for us. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, might go spawn a Bajuga Bog. Frustrating. Should I play Temur first, maybe? Like, they have to know we're in. No, they don't. They're aggressive. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. We can rumble. Nothing really of consequence. Do we have a commercial district in there? We do. So I think we just grab a land. I guess I could grab Devourer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, land's actually good. You cannot have Muffin. Alright, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, opponent. What say you? No consign to memories. And they scoop it up. Ooh. That was a bit of a slug match between those stone range. Jesus. Well, we were able to get there. Alright. Well, on to match 3. Alright, and we're back for round 3 on the draw for game 1. Let's take a look and see what we're up against before we keep, though this hand looks pretty good. So I'm likely to keep it regardless. Screenwriter. Why does that name sound familiar? Ah, that's right. They're the one who was piloting the Bant Tameshi combo. Let's see, Glimpse combo, Bant Tameshi. They like their unusual combo decks. All right, we'll keep. And pass. So we're going to go Lab, Tuck Emrakul, cast Talisman, play Stomping Ground, cast Utopia Sprawl, and that will get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The question then is, do we cast the Soin Mycospawn? Probably not. So I will go Ugin's Lab, Imprint, Talisman, pass. Yeah, so I think we set up for a turn 3 Mycospawn. Hedge Maze, Philagi. Okay. Windswept Teeth. Fetch 4 planes. And... oh, that's rude. Yeah, that's fine. Another Mycospawn. Shock. The question now is, do I go Kozilek's Command X1? Or do I just go Utopia Sprawl? Both will result in similar things, but we also might be able to draw into a 7-mana value spell with Kozilek's Command. So I'll hold a turn. Not to mention, Command is a bit more flexible. Opponent's thinking. There's a Philagi. What does Philagi hit? There's Teferi, Cultivator Colossus. So this looks like the Tameshi combo. They grab Teferi. There's Devourer. Perfect. Hugin's Lab. Imprint Devourer. We're going to now kick a Myco Spawn. And exile green blue. Question is what we grab now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A forest would get me 6. It would allow me Utopia Sprawl, but not like really sold on that right now. I know that with the Bant Tameshi combo, they use Cultivator Colossus as their threat. They usually run 2 of them. Yeah, this looks like Bant Tameshi. So I think we just grab Temples. That way we have access to the 7 mana value spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would have that with Utopia Sprawl, but it's more interactable. So I think we just grab Temple Pass. And pass. So we're going to just kick lands every turn going forward, but opponent scoops it up. So Bant Tameshi combo, win for game 1. And if I remember correctly, we more or less kind of treat this like kind of like Belcher, because they're also running Wargate. Let's take a look at Wargate. Searchlight for a permanent card with converted mana cost X or less. Yep. Not as many artifacts, though, to interact with. So, like the Haywire Mite's probably not necessary. Soulless Jailer is a thought. But the returns pretty much are not great. Stone Rain could still be good, though. Because as we saw, it does make their life pretty difficult. So I think we maybe just cut the Chrysalis. And... oh, did we cut 1 too many? I guess so, because we cut 3, yeah. So we only need to cut 2 here, since we're not bringing in the Mite. That looks correct. I mean, the deck also pretty heavily relies on Tameshi. And how's Tameshi read? Tameshi reads return a land, return target artifact to the battlefield. How's Soulless Jailer read? Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter. So Jailer would interact well. So let's bring in Jailer as well. All right. I think that looks solid here. On the draw for game 2. No green sources. That's unfortunate. Because like a turn 2 Karn was really strong in this matchup. I mean, I have a 9 out of 53, so it's roughly a 1 out of 6 chance of drawing in 2. But I think we mulligan this. Gemstone Caverns makes it interesting. Okay. We keep this. We ship back Emrakul. Reveal Devourer. Put into play Caverns. Exile Devourer and pass. So we're looking for a green source here. So there's Wooded Foothills. Yes. Wooded Foothills. Fetch. Or Forest. Utopia Sprawl on the Forest. On red. Utopia on the Forest for green. Pass the turn. Next turn we kick a Mycospawn onto. So they need a consigned memory, which they do have in the side. So that's something to consider. So we hopefully draw into some additional action. Alright, let's attempt it. I mean, this is a turn 2 kicked Mycospawn. You have to admit, that's pretty nice. Now let's see if they have it. Not sure if opponent's thinking about their play or if they're just in disbelief, or both. I'm gonna guess that they shock that they have the consign. They can only consign 2 things, not all 3. So the question is, did they give me the body? There's the consign. So now we need to draw into some threats. Okay, so let me search. I think Commercial District is the right thing to hit here, so we can set up our next draw. Utopia Sprawl is not it. Yep, pass. Don't know why my stack is like right in the middle of my screen. To Fairy, bounce Utopia Sprawl. Yep, draw a card. Doesn't really impact me too much in the grand scheme. Emrakul, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Oh, Utopia Sprawl. For which one did you hit before? You hit the red one, so for red. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. So we'd need a temple off the top. Alright, let's see if we survive this turn. It's possibly just lose to Tameshi. I mean, I'm going to force them to burn their clock if they do get it. Another Lotus Bloom. Three cards in hand. Fetches with Windswept Teeth. Hedge Maze. Trigger resolves and puts Floodstrand into the graveyard. So they're looking for something. They don't have the win yet. Alright. Oh, there's a kicked Mycospawn. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will get rid of Meticulous Archive, or attempt to again, because you have triple blue, double white, double green. So what's more important, the white or the green? Probably, I don't know, hard to say. I mean, you already have the Lotus Bloom, so a bit of a moot point. So does this resolve is the question. It does. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll go with the Eldrazi Temple. And pass. Take up of the Fairy. Oh no, that's concerning. Cultivator Colossus, okay, not the end of the world. But it's still concerning regardless. So 3. Okay, so do they have a force in their deck? They do not. So we can rumble, because this is normally a -1, but it's actually going to be a -0, because we don't have a sorcery engrave. So we can go rumble. We grab Karn the Great Creator. That might not be a bad idea. World Breaker as well is good. We'll grab Karn. So now we have 4 types. So 9. So 5, 8, 9. Oracle the Promised End. No attacks. Opponent's thinking. What about is the question? How do you read? Orange Chant, GSZ, and Lotus Bloom. So, I mean, we can cast Orange Chant. We can cast GSZ. Well, actually, if GSZ... Hold on. Can I pilot their deck for them? Could I just kill them here? Because the idea is that if we get Tameshi with GSZ... Okay, first let's draw. Double GSZ. So we can get rid of both. We can get rid of Orange Chant. That leaves them just with the top deck. Go to main. Let's minus to fairy on nothing. Jeez, there's Tameshi. Okay, so what I can do then is bounce all their lands to hand. Okay. So I have ideas, right? So we can cast Tameshi and keep back a white source. So blue, I also want to hold back green because I want to eventually GSC and Orange Chant. Green, green. I think this is correct. So there's Tameshi. Let's go to combat. Well, actually, first let's Tameshi target Lotus Bloom. We'll do this for 0, done, and return a land to hand. So I'll return Breeding Pool. Tameshi triggers. And then we have a consign. That's fine. So we can kill Cultivator Clauses with even without attacking. We can also pop Breeding Pool and have them pay 2 life. So they're down to 12. So we can now GSC for 0. Done. I can see your deck. If I knew how to run this, I would probably be able to kill them with their own deck. But I can't. GSC for 0. I'm not as familiar with this deck, unfortunately. Otherwise, I definitely would attempt. Done. I can now go white. Tameshi, Lotus Bloom. For 1. Done. Return land. Yes. And then Lotus Bloom for continue white. Tameshi, Lotus Bloom. Okay, and opponent scoops it up, because all we're going to do at that point is pick up all their lands except for the Flooded Strand, fetch with it, grab a Surveil land, and then stack the top of their deck. And all that will be left on the board will be Tameshi. And I think that is enough for us to win. So, solid win here. Emrakul definitely worked out. I got a little bit scared when I saw the Tameshi and was like, okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. All right, well, solid win here for round 3. We'll be back for round 4. All right, and we're back for round 4 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look at what we might be up against. So, oh wait, I remember this person from another match recently. So it looks like Grinding Station was the most recent on the 31st, but they also have Eldrazi Ramp beneath their belt, so there's some options. On the draw, this would have actually been really keepable. That's so disappointing. Whenever you see Gemstone Cavern on the play, you're like, oh, if only I was on the draw. Because it'll be turn 1, turn 1, turn 1, Gemstone Cavern, exile a Chrysalis, right? Turn 1 cast, play, Chrysalis, and then next turn you can basically break her. So close. Another Gemstone Cavern, stop it. Still think this is too slow. This is a turn 3 Chrysalis. Mulligan again. We're gonna have to keep it at this point and hope that we find a 7-mana value spell. So we got Wooded Foothills, fetch Utopia Sprawl. Hope we find a 7-mana value spell. Cast Chrysalis, have command. The only problem is by doing this, then we have no way of actually casting command. So maybe I dump command and keep the Misty. That might be correct. Though I guess we could just go Talisman instead. So that way at least we have 2 colorless sources. Yeah, we'll keep. So at least this way I have a turn 2 play. Wooded Foothill, fetch for a forest, sprawl on red, and pass. So a 7-mana value spell would enable us to play Chrysalis. Question is, what is opponent on? Grinding Station, or are they on ramp? I'm sure we'll know pretty quickly. Opponent's thinking hard about what they're fetching for, though. I feel like if it was ramp, you just go Forest, Utopia Sprawl, pass. Or I guess it's Surveil land. So I feel like maybe this could be Grinding Station. Either that or they messed up somehow. I'm trying to figure out which. Breeding Pool, Shock, and... Okay, so this is Grinding Station. Tamiyo, Bobble, draw. 7-mana value spell. Rumble. Rumble's not bad. Okay. So we can go lab. No imprint. Cast Talisman. Spell Pierce would be the only thing that would hurt. Spell Snare. And pass. Oh, that's unfortunate. And we'll pass. Alright. Means no Chrysalis next turn. They will see our next draw. They could attempt to flip the Tamiyo. Tamiyo attacks. Gets a clue. And Saga. Saga cracks a clue, flips the Tamiyo. Yeah, we need to do something about that ASAP. So ideally we want to land. Alright, draw. That's a Karn. Close but no cigar. Malevolent Rumble. Verdant Catacombs would probably make the most sense here. So we need to just hope that we don't die this turn. If we don't die this turn, then we have a chance. Yeah, I'll just put a pause on end step, I think. The only issue I foresee here is still Tamiyo. Malevolent Rumble. They can pick anything, but I imagine they pick Emery. If they don't, then I think we're just dead. Picks the Opal. That's a bit surprising. Take down of Tamiyo for another Rumble. Yeah, you got it. They'll make a green mana. I guess they could grab red. I need one more artifact. They have Breach. Rumble. There's Ren and 6 main. Grabs Breach. Okay, but now what? You have multiple opals in hand, but you don't have Metalcraft. You have multiple ambers. Ah, shit. So now you go green. And you can just loop the oh, you have the grinding station. You just have the grinding station. Yeah, you got it. I'll make you go for it. There's no stopping this now. We're just a little bit off on mana. Them spell snaring that talisman was genuinely harmful to us. At this point, we're just getting information on what's in their deck. And letting them burn the clock a bit. Run in 6 isn't normally main, so that's interesting to see. Imagine that also means Boseiju main, which normally there's maybe one. Bobble. Why aren't they just going off of the amber? They have the win. You can sacrifice the bauble, yep. Blue, green. Blue, green, red. So far, nothing. Ooh, okay, there's Grape Shot. So, okay, now you just cast Grape Shot and then unearth it. Escape it. So you don't even need to continue. You have the win. All you do now is Grape Shot, then Grape Shot. Yep, there's Grape Shot number 1. And then Grape Shot number 2. Alrighty, well that's good to know that their main deck Grape Shot. So I mean, it doesn't change too much, I think, regardless of what their win con is. Whether it's Grape Shot or whether it is Thassa. Either way, it's important to note. Excuse me. Well, that's a loss for game 1. So this is Temur, Grinding Station, loss. On to game 2. So let's take a look at our sideboard guide. Grinding Station has us bringing in Haramite, Jailer, Brain. Cutting all the returns. And cutting a Chrysalis. Yeah, because you want Tormod's Crypt, you want Chalice. The only thing I could consider bringing in might be Disruptor Flute, genuinely. But I think it does depend on the board state. I think we're good with this. Disruptor Flute might be something to genuinely think about, though. You just cut another Chrysalis for it. Otherwise, this all looks good. Common target, as soon as we resolve Karn, is Tormod's Crypt. And then after Crypt, we can go Chalice or EE. Or Stonebrain, depending. Overall, all good choices. So I think Tormod's Crypt, EE, Chalice all definitely need to stay in. Only one, like I said, that I'm maybe considering adding in would be a Disruptor Flute. Because that naming Grinding Station slows them down pretty significantly too. And that can be played as early as turn 2 or in response to the station. That is a thought. The more hate cards, the better. But we also don't want to overboard and compromise our game plan. So a give and take. On the play for game 2. Yeah, there's a turn 2 Karn. I'll go for it. If we sense a Consign, we can instead try and play Chrysalis. They go down to 6. Thinking on their 6 looks like they kept. Alright, well, Forest, Sprawl, on red, pass. And pass. Is the Rainforest? Concerned about a consign. Imprint, Emrakul. So let's go with the Chrysalis. They probably know that Chrysalis is a way to ramp into bigger threats. There's the Misty Rainforest. And Shock Steam Vents for Consign a Memory. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to see. There's a Saga. Still have blue up though. Go to combat. My next concern would be a Spell Pierce. Let me confirm one thing in their list. Yeah, they run a Spell Pierce. Looks like they're also 4C, as I see a Gaddock Teague in the side. I'll play the Talisman of Impulse, see if we can bait something. I must have something. Would it be a Spell Pierce or a Spell Snare? But I feel like they would have used the Spell Snare. I need to cancel? Oh, okay. Alright, we'll pass. Well, at least this way next turn we can play around a Spell Pierce. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Hopefully they just can't win this turn. That would be a bit unfortunate. Because I got nothing. Another Saga, eh? Okay. Pass. Yeah, we'll kick a Mycospawn. Well, at the same time... Like I said, I sense something off. I can't put my finger on it. My concern is that they could just win this turn. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, we just have a blocker. I guess we can Ghost Quarter. No, but then we can't play Karn anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I think we need to just play Karn. Karn the Great Creator? Ugh. What is it? For 3. Consign. Damn. Alright. Attack of Chrysalis. Pass. They tap down for a construct, so that's encouraging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still significantly short. Bobble. Breeding Pool, Shock 4. Just holding up. Do you have another consign? That'd be wild. 2, 3, 4. No shock. And we'll exile the Saga. You really have another consign? Why else would you shock in the breeding pool, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'd be 3 off of the Emrakul. Right now, Bog does nothing. We could Commercial District, at least try and set up. Third consign, so no matter what I did these last 2 turns, it didn't really matter. We could Ghost Quarter. That's actually might not be a bad idea. So we'll grab Ghost Quarter. And I'm going to Ghost Quarter the Saga. I think we need to continue to apply pressure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 short. Bob will target me, so they need to draw cards, basically. Pass. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I do return Emrakul to hand on end step. As we draw into a Malevolent Rumble, it would be a -0, because 1, 2, and we need to hit how many card types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to hit 4 card types in addition to Rumbles. So if we hit something like Kozilek's Command, a creature, and a land, you would get there. Yeah, we'll return it. Fun fact, that does not work the way you think it does, because it is already on the stack. You have given me a free land. Thank you. We'll grab a Commercial District. That was a mistake, and that's a Rumble. No shot. Yeah, that still goes back to hand. Whoopsie. That is by design, friend. That is not a mistake. Alright. Let's see it. Rumble? Temple. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Damn. One short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Well, I'll swing out the Sowing Mycospawn and hold back the Writhing Chrysalis. Because Writhing Chrysalis can block the Tamiyo. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so we can sack the spawn to kill Tamiyo, basically. Trigger. To blocks. B4 damage. And pass. Unholy Heat. That's fine. Emery. Saga. 2 grinding stations, eh? Four. So, what do they have in hand is the question of the day. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have Emrakul exactly. If you have another consign, swear to God. No attacks. You have to take control of your turn to mess it up as much as possible. In hand, another Tamiyo. Draw. Nature's Claim. Does it say opponents or... Nope, just target artifact or enchantment. Yes, I can get rid of Saga. So that works out. So I can attack with Tamiyo, I can attack with Emery. Nothing that we really want here. We can block, we can block. We can Nature's Claim. I'll put him up to 10, that's still lethal damage. So let's start off with Nature's Claim, you. I'll push up to 10. We can play Tamiyo. And I want this Tamiyo. We then attack with both. Tamiyo triggers. Grows the construct, but oh well. And I'll block. And block. And pass. And pass. Alright, let's see what you got. What you draw. Rumble. Bobble. Bobble crack. Sees what's on top. And they scoop. Alright, win for game 2, on to game 3. To bring in the flute or to not bring in the flute? That is the question. I mean, it's just not a bad idea. It slows them down, forces them to find a way to manage around it. I will say it doesn't fully stop them because they could just rumble off as many times as possible. It does stop the grinding station loop. I think it might be worth it. Okay. Well, this pushes them onto a mid-range game plan. I'll keep it. We definitely need something else for this command, though, is the only problem. We need a temple or a lab. Thankfully, those are 8 hits. But if they get off to a fast start, we're in trouble. Bobble. Emery. Yikes. And Amber's fantastic. Oh boy. Soulish Jailer helps out a lot here, actually. Fetch for a forest. Sprawl on red. Pass. Yeah, the only thing that would have made this hand so much better would have been a lab. I just need to hope they don't the turn 2 nuts. Jailer's probably the correct play next turn. Probably want to go Talisman, then Jailer. Play Saga. Well, that's a problem. Draw. Rumble. Stomping Ground, Shock. If they have a Spell Snare, they have a Spell Snare. Doesn't matter much. Okay. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4. They do have Delirium. So Unholy Heat is on the table. Next turn, we do have Brain. The only thing I'm worried about here is that Saga, as it does push them onto the mid-range game plan. I'm thinking hard here. The question's why. Are you thinking of whether or not they cracked the bauble? Maybe that's it. Hear that they could have a consign and could be worried about another threat, basically. Because if they're still on just the Grape Shot plan, then Jailer shuts off pretty much their entire deck. Cracks Bauble. Alright, it resolves. If we can draw a land, that would be ideal, because then it would allow me to Rumble and Brain. Like I said, my main concern here is the Saga. Scouting Tarn. So now they can make constructs. Rumble. There's an Amber. I imagine they take that over the Emery. At least as of right now, but this also means that they don't have a construct this turn. That's very good for us. As long as we can make the next turn, we can shut off their game plan and push them onto a mid-range game plan instead. Opponent's thinking hard on this. They do need to be mindful of the clock. Yes, we're in turn 3, but I feel like this one's going to be a bit of a slog with all these hate pieces in board. Chooses Thundering Falls. Interesting. Bauble. Metalcraft is not online yet. Bauble, fetch, target, or crack, target me. Okay. Bauble. And Utopia Sprawl. It's mana neutral. Green. We could gamble on Rumble, but I think it's correct to just Stonebrain here. So Stonebrain, target you. I mean Underworld Breach. One in hand, there's a Seiju. Okay, so they are squarely on the mid-range game plan. Looks like they're on Thoracle though, so we do need to be mindful of that. They can still attempt to mill themselves down. So Breach is out. One unknown in hand, and we'll pass. No attacks. Now, do you attempt to get Metalcraft or not's the next question. That'll pretty much be your entire turn if you do. That will turn on Opal and allow you to Beseiju my Jailer, I suppose. So make a construct, grab an artifact. Interesting. Don't know why you use the construct or use the spawn rather. Imagine you Beseiju the Soulless Jailer so you can target something in the graveyard of Emery. Thundering Falls. Metalcraft is online. Beseiju. Yep. And yes. I'll grab Commercial District. Trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like one more land, please. Emery, target Mox Amber. Mox Amber. So they're growing the construct for what it's worth. 2 unknowns in hand. Passing to me. Okay. Draw. Writhing Chrysalis. Yeah, we can do a couple things here. Let's start off with Malevolent Rumble. There's Karn. That's a fascinating thought. I'll grab Karn. Instead of playing Karn, we're going to play Chrysalis instead. That resolves. That tells me they don't have much in hand. Okay. So now we can exile whatever they target engrave with Emery, and also get rid of the construct on one fell swoop. Emery target Bauble. I'm gonna say no to that. Done. Triggers on the stack. One, 2, 5, 6. So short of the breaker. The thing is, if they have counter magic for this, I imagine they'd rather have it for Karn. Because Karn next turn can just grab EE and clear. Because all we need to do is keep him off the mid-range plan. They're now under 5 minutes on the clock, and like I said, this is going to be a bit of a slog, I feel. No legal targets, perfect. We have a 5/6 on board. Only thing that can kill that's going to be an Unholy Heat. Now what, opponent? What you thinking? Tamiyo. We have a reach blocker. Blue. 4. White. Grinding station. So they're going to try and mill themselves out, basically. There's a lab. Now the question is, do they have something for Karn? Karn the Great Creator? Okay, there's the consign. We knew they were waiting pretty long. Now the question is, do we attack and threaten or hold back? I think we have to hold back on the Tamiyo because they can bobble me. They'll draw 2. I guess actually they can still flip the Tamiyo regardless, can't they? Because before I block, they're going to be able to then draw with the clue. So I think we do need to threaten their life total. Down to 9. Attack of Tamiyo. Already drawn 2. Two unknowns in hand. Yeah, Bobble and freaking Emery is an insane amount of card advantage. We've already seen, well, how many consigns? Just 1 or 2? Just 1. Probably thinking of last game. They're milling me. That's a mistake. Flip Tamiyo. Tick up. Bobble. Grinding station. Targets. Me. Okay. Interesting choices. One unknown in hand. The annoying part about grinding stations, it can sacrifice it to itself. Well, that's intriguing. That's very intriguing, actually. Looks like they're trying to mill me instead of themselves, which I find peculiar. Let's attack with the Writhing Chrysalis. The question is, at Tamiyo or at you? I think we just threaten your life total, right? At the same time, I mean, you can just flip the other Tamiyo next turn, then we're kind of stuck in the same position. Tamiyo triggers. They block. Okay. They would be able to tick down Tamiyo for something. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we Disruptor Flute? Trying to think here, and I have time to think. Be World Breaker, get rid of Grinding Station, forcing Emery to grab it back. And also present lethal on board. No, it wouldn't be lethal, we'd be one short of lethal. Yeah, I think we do still do this, though. We'll go for Grinding Station. It'll sacrifice it to itself. Gonna be a close one, I feel. 4 cards in hand, Jesus. 3 unknowns. Continue to tick down. For Malevolent Rumble. Chooses Hedge Maze. Plays the Hedge Maze. So lethal's on board. Plays a Tamiyo, 2 unknowns. Picks up Mishra's Bauble. Haven't seen the Thassa's Oracle, which is a little bit concerning. Bob will target me. I don't think they have the time. Sanctum of Ugin. We can grab back World Breaker. Attack all at you. I'm going to Disruptor Flute. Consign. Yes, that is fine. Put a pause on end step. Tamiyo ticks up. Grinding Station. It's gonna be very close time-wise. I think we have it. They don't have time to think about it is the biggest thing. Both of these present lethal, so they can't attack with Tamiyo is the problem. We're going to retrieve the World Breaker. Sacrifice the lab. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I need a green. So let's go Sanctum again. Breaker, Breaker targets Grinding Station. Consign. Consigns all 3. Alright, now we'll go to combat. Attack with all at you. Like I said, these both present lethal. And we got there. Good freaking stuff. That was a close one, and Disruptor Flute main actually did come in clutch, so I actually do kind of like that. Overall, good stuff. With that said, we'll be back for round 5. Alright, and we're back for round 5 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look and see what we might be up against. CFT SOC 3. Looks like URG. Oh. So this is Eldrazi ramp from the looks of things. One Spell Pierce main, Malevolent, or Ancient Stirrings main. What the fresh what? Garrick the what? What am I looking at? Garrick the Wild Speaker. What? That's awesome. But I'm so confused. I'll keep this. I am vastly confused about that. It's a turn slower than I would like. Garrick Wild Speaker. Huh. Okay. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Mulligan's the 6. A Reveal Devourer. Trigger. Kinda don't want any of this. Not gonna lie. I guess Utopia Sprawl is probably the best option. We'll grab Sprawl. Lab. Devourer. Pass. So the turn 3 Karn, which in this matchup might be fine, especially if they go an early Talisman. Wooded Foothills, Forest Sprawl. Wooded Foothills, fetch. I liked your turn so much, I'm gonna do it turn 2. Red. Pass. Now, let's see what they do on their turn 2. They have a Lab, Imprint, Karn. Cavernous Souls. Okay, name Eldrazi. Evoke a Null Drifter? Yes. Sowing Mycospawn. They can't kick next turn. What I can do here is I can Karn, grab Liquid Metal Coating, cast Writhing Chrysalis, and then Liquid Metal Coating? Yes. Karn? Minus Karn. Yes. For Liquid Metal? Pass. Your saving grace here would be your own Karn. Eldrazi Temple of 5. Okay. So, what this tells me is they have a Kozilek's command. So instead of playing Chrysalis, we're going to cast a Liquid Metal Coating. We're going to target Temple. I'm going to change phases. There's Command X3. Now I do foresee a potential problem with this. Because we can now EE and strip out 3 mana sources. However, if they have a land and a Mycospawn, we might be in trouble. 0 top, or yes, 3 bottom. We'll minus with Karn. Grabbing Engineered Explosives. Done. Activate EE for 0. Clear out the spawns. Shoot, they have another command. Phase change, they do not. Alright, let's see if they have it. If they do, we're in trouble. Like I said, land, Mycospawner, Soul Land, World Breaker pretty much breaks us. Rumble, okay. Still could. They have a temple. Yeah, that still could get them there. Yep. Shoot. Four. Yeah. Damn. Kicked a Mycos. Oh. Maybe not. Oh, they just didn't tap for green, I think. What's going on? Blue. I'm gonna evoke. Okay. That's fine. I'm passing. Well, I'm going to Liquid Metal Coating. Honestly, the green source is tempting here. I think we do grab. Okay, so I'm a little bit concerned about something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will target the forest. Take up with Karn. I think I need to go Sowing Mycospawn Bajuka Bog. Alternatively, I could just go Karn for Tormod's Crypt. Let me go Sowing Mycospawn Bajuka Bog. Get a threat on board in case they play their own Karn. And also acts as a blocker. Oh, son of a... We would have exiled it. In that case... So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's grab the Ghost Quarter. That's on me for not checking, for God's sake. We'll go to their draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go score to the temple and pass. Yeah, if I'm worried about the Emrakul, I should have made sure I still had Bog. I should have looked at my exile zone. Shoot. Yeah, this could be a problem. Another temple. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, okay. Give me a heart attack there. So now we have Sowing Mycospawn. Return. That'd clear out the spawn. Yes. So let's do this. Such an anemic game. Clear out the spawn. Take up Karn on Liquid Metal Coating. Go to combat. Smack Karn for 5. Nope. Cancel. Cancel that. Attack Karn for 5. You really do need lands, though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're one short. Oh no. Yeah, it's an Emrakul. Okay. Well, that's awkward now, isn't it? No, they can't use my local metal coating, so good news there. Jesus Christ, we've been so short on lands. What's going on? So I was right to fear the Emrakul. What's the most they can do right now? They can return Devour to hand, make me light on mana. Let's take a look at their list for their Karn board. They do not seem to have... Okay. This might work out. They don't seem to have a... whatchamacallit? Seascape Leveler. This might work out then. Come on, game, give me a land for love of God. Oh, well, actually, damn. That's right. That required them not to take down Karn. That's not a land. Yeah, for green. Tormod's Crypt was the right move. Damn. Now, what's the question? We can take up with Karn for what it's worth. They'll probably hit down Karn. We'll pass. On one hand, we are worried about Karn, what Karn can do, but at the same time, maybe it's right for us to just attack in, play Karn, grab Crypt. Well, no, we would have had to grab Crypt the turn prior. What did we do the turn prior? Played Sowing Mycospawn, that's right. Because we were thinking of grabbing Bojuka Bog, but Bojuka Bog wasn't there. Right. Sucks. If Bojuka Bog was there, and if we didn't... So I guess the question then is, if we hadn't played Mycospawn, instead playing Karn to grab... friendo, you forgot an important thing. That thing still has Summoning Sickness. Interesting. Problem is I still have Leaf on board. Do you have a Haywire Mite in your sideboard? You do. That's a problem. Because if I take down Karn for bridge, I can play bridge. But does that matter? Right? Because then they can just grab Haywire Mite and get rid of bridge. So we need something better. We obviously can't play another Karn. We can Malevolent Rumble. Kind of a Hail Mary pass. We see nothing. Wow, we've been really unlucky with land draw. Yeah, so I think my major misplay here at the end of the day was the fact that I didn't look for Bojuka Bog in my side. If I had, then I may have considered, or I should have looked to make sure Bojuka Bog was still in my library. If I had, I may have then considered grabbing Tormod's Crypt instead. Obviously, Karn would still be up, but based on their sideboard, I'm not sure if I would have cared. Because all cards that don't impact me will Pitch a Devour. Yeah. I should have played... Yep, you got the Haywire Might, you got it. I should have played Karn. So, the major misplay of this game was not verifying the Bojuka Bog was still in my deck. That is a mistake that I've made on a multitude of occasions. So unfortunately, this is not necessarily new, but I think this is the most egregious example of it. So I need to be more aware when setting up those lines of, okay, we want to grab Bojuka Bog before we cast Soin Mycospawn, we should make sure that we have access to Bojuka Bog. Okay. Because if we had gone Tormod's Crypt, the game would have been significantly different. Damn. Alright, we'll run it back. Bring in the Stone Rains, and that's about it. On the play for game 2. I'll keep it. Lab. Imprint. Pass. Any fetch land would do it. So we have 4, 6. We have 6 potential red sources. Sprawl. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with that now. We could go Rumble. Though I'm afraid if we go Talisman, they're just going to have Karn next turn. So Sprawl might be correct. It does play around their 1 of Spell Pierce. We'll go red. Red, and then pass. Alright. See if you have Karn. Stomping Grounds for 4 mana, Shock. Utopia Sprawl, mana neutral. And pass. Eldrazi Temple. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's attempt to Stone Rain the Stomping Grounds. We'll leave up the green for Malevolent Rumble. Blue-red. Rumble. Stomping Ground. And pass. Do you have a K command? No. Okay, pass. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So we might be able to get there on the land destruction here. Breeding Pool, shock. Down to 15. Karn would still be an issue at this point in time, but they pass again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, so that's still fine. Well, okay. Now I need to play a Stomping Ground Shock just in case. Playing around a Spell Pierce. That. Stop it. Don't do that. Stone Rain. As much as I would like to get rid of the Null Drifter, I think we still get rid of Ugin's Lab. This way we play around the Spell Pierce again. You return Null Drifter for what it's worth. You hold up the ability to respond. And on end step we return World Breaker to hand. Plays a Temple. Malevolent Rumble? If they hold up the blue source, that tells me they have a consign. I'm not sure why they wouldn't... Okay, Utopia Sprawl. Okay. End step. Return World Breaker to hand. One, two, three, four, five, six. We'll keep that spawn around. Actually, we could rumble first. Shock. Rumble. Grab a Writhing Chrysalis. World Breaker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Target Breeding Pool. There's the consign we were worried about. Yep. And now 5 mana. Kicked Mycospawn could be an issue. 6. Fetch. Yeah, down to 13. Kicked Mycospawn. Some good land draws, I'll tell you what. Yep. Hitting Temple, I imagine. Guess you could hit my Forest. Not as big of a deal. Yep. One, two, three, four, five, six. Well, that does work out now, doesn't it? Kick a Mycospawn. Types in yard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not needed yet. I think taking out the blue sources might not be a bad idea. Grab a temple. You could grab a ghost quarter, actually. Because right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could send them back to 5. Do it on their upkeep. So down to 5. You have a land, put you back up to 6. Looks like you're going to Null Drifter Evoke. Bajuka Bog. Well, there goes my World Breaker. K command. Writhing Chrysalis. The question is, do we do anything right now or not? I think we hold back. Hold up the ability to respond, but I think we might be able to actually get pretty close to killing them next turn. Ugh, son of another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, evoking another Null Drifter, that's fine. I think I can kill him next turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 8. Yeah, we have lethal. Oh, that's so fun. Another Myco spawn. Not kick this time, but still. Oh, so close. If they hadn't had another blocker, I think we would win. Well, I guess we can start by hitting the Bajuka Bog. So no Emrakul for you. How big can I make this Chrysalis? So 2, 4, 6, up to 4, up to 10. I mean, you'd be 1 short, wouldn't we? So unfortunate. I'm gonna go for it and see if this works. Rude as hell. Scry draw. Actually, I want to hold up this 1 green. Puts it up to 5 at the very least. On the stack. Another Kozilek's command. Then we can bottom, 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 top. And we can cast this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, no. In case of a Stone Rain. Done. Put triggers on the stack. bottom, top, top, draw. Both of those are down. You would have had more than lethal, but no dice. Well, let's see what they got. Five, 6, 7. Null Drifter. That's fine. I mean, it's just a blocker at this moment in time. Ugin Lab. Imprint. No imprint. Utopia Sprawl. 3 mana remaining. Alright. You have how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we're 1 short of both the World Breaker and the Sowing Mycospawn, unfortunately. So I will go to attacks. I'll have to block the Writhing Chrysalis for obvious reasons. Let's cast World Breaker. And I will get rid of your blue source. Green, blue. Do you have a consign? You do. Okay. Well, we'll put a pause on end step if needed. Need a blocker once again. Maybe there was some merit in casting Sowing Mycospawn non-kicked. Of course, if they had consigned that, then it wouldn't have mattered. Oh, don't tell me I have the Emrakul. Shoot. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm 1 short. One, two, three. Damn. Yeah, if we had cast the Mycospawn they hadn't consigned and then the World Breaker, we may have been able to do something. And now we can't. In retrospect, I also probably should return that World Breaker to hand, because now they theoretically could trigger it 2 times, exiling 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 2 times, exiling 2 lands, which isn't insignificant. So another little misplay on my part. Of course, if they had consigned the Mycospawn or the land trigger, then it wouldn't matter. That's a big if. It would have at least presented lethal if they didn't have a blocker. But of course they have a blocker, they attack my Chrysalis into Emrakul. And now we're kind of in a bit of a stalemate. Yeah, so I should have, like I said, I should have returned the Breaker to hand. That at least would have allowed me to ensure they can't sack 2 lands. Because now they can sack 2 lands, return the Breaker to hand. They can get rid of Temple. Or you're going to kick a Mycospawn. Now you're going to return World Breaker, sack a land, and then trigger it again. So yeah, that was my misplay there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Fetch. Lethal is still on board. We'll grab an Eldrazi Temple and pass. So they can't attack. We're kind of in the same position we would have been otherwise. Burning Catacombs. Well, that's unfortunate. That means they have something to block and or to remove a threat with. I mean, if they have a Kozilek's command, it doesn't matter. They just win. They can make a wall of blockers. Yeah, short of drawing into a Karn, so we could grab EE. There's nothing much we could do. Yep. Rough. So really, one's missequence and one real misplay. Ironically, if this was a Kozilek's return, we actually could have won it. But that ain't happening. Well, that's a loss here. We're still in contention for top 8, so I'm pretty happy with that, and definitely still in the running for prizing, so at the very least, we're in a good spot. That said, we'll be back for round 6. Alright, and we're back for round 6 on the draw for game 1. Let's take a look and see what we might be up against. And looks like Grinding Station. Either a 4C or 5C variant. Okay. So this hand's probably pretty mediocre. This hand's interesting, actually. I will keep this. So we want Stomping Grounds, Utopia Sprawl, Gemstone. Pitch a Devourer? No, probably pitch a command. Because I really need... So reveal, reveal, play, yes, exile, pass. Bobble. Arid Mesa. Commercial District. I don't see commercial. I see hedge maze in their list, but not commercial district, and that concerns me a bit. And there's lab. And I think we keep lab. So we can go stomping grounds. I guess we didn't need to shock it. Whoops. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. That's one too many. Go for green. Pass. Next turn we can lab, imprint Devourer, and have Command X3 available. So we should be at 20. I should have just put it in play tapped. Whoa, what the? Okay, there's Grinding Station. Not thrilled by that prospect. Imprint Devourer, so we really want to hit Karn here if we can help it. Malevolent Rumble. No Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 11. I'll grab the Emrakul. So yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess 11, 12. Okay, so we will have 12 mana, or 12 towards Emrakul next turn. We'll hold up the ability to respond with Kozilek's command. Let's see what they do. Saga trigger. Hi, Butter. I can't give you attention right now, sir. The fresh what? What am I looking at? Why is there Flage? Why is there Flage in this grinding station? I'm confused. What? Flage is targeting in response sack? What? What's happening? So off 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Target. Neither one of these are really great. This actually might be enough. 4. Yeah, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yes, we can, at this point, Emrakul. The alternative is Worldbreaker. Alright, let's see what we can do. We can sacrifice Grind Station to itself. Turn 3, Emrakul. Gotta love it. So yeah, we can sacrifice Grind Station to itself. That's good. Get Lost. We can get rid of Urza Saga. So draw. Opal. Grape Shot. I would like to get rid of the Grape Shot. Main. Saga Trigger. Okay, so Spire of Industry, pay a life, make a white. Grinding Station, so we can mill them multiple, right? Is milling them correct though? Like I could play Opal, Grinding Station trigger, activate Grind Station, sack Opal. Milling them feels incorrect though. Though maybe I actually can kill them. Actually, hold up. I might just be able to kill them. If I play this right. Okay, I have an idea. So we can get Lost. Is it possible to win here? Get Lost the Urza Saga. Stacks on the trigger. Or triggers on the stack. I can now sacrifice the map token, targeting them. And then we untap. Yes. I'll not sack a second map token. No. Mox Opal. Cast. Trigger on the stack. I will generate, I don't know, red, just in case. And then activate Grinding Station, targeting you, Opal. Here's Emery, Breach. Yes. Grinding Station, target you, sack the map token. I should have probably sacked the Grinding Station. Oh, I changed phases too, like a moron. God damn it. It didn't even give me a freaking mana loss warning. I hate that so much. Arid Mesa, fetch. Hallowed Fountain. Shock. Cast Grape Shot, targeting yourself. Okay. Same targets. Same targets. Pass. Yeah, the only mistake I think I made there is I should have sacrificed the Grinding Station. I swear, if they find Breach and I lose, I'm gonna be so pissed at myself for missing that. Please don't tell me that you found Breach off top. Breach, sack itself. Thank God. Alright, well, even after fumbling through a small misplay, we still got there. So this does look like 4C grinding station. Win for game 1. So I think we bring in Might, Jailer, Flute, Brain, and is that it? I believe so. Cut Return and 2 Chrysalis. Those portable holes will be an issue. Still really confused about that Flage, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the only thing I should have done differently is I should have done 2 things differently. A, I shouldn't phase changed losing the mana that I generated from the Opal. I should have been able to cast Grape Shot in their first main phase, hitting them. Don't think this is keepable. Like, it could be. You need to draw into a green source, though, specifically. We'll keep it. Reveal. Pass. See what you got. Trigger. Okay, Talisman does work. No, Karn is tempting as a turn 3. I think we'll go with Talisman, but then we potentially run into an issue with Portable Hole, I fear, and then we're kind of just stuck with nothing. So maybe Karn is correct. Alright, Ugin Lab, Tuck Devourer, and pass. Once we draw into a land, we're going to have to play Bojuka Bog next turn. Meticulous Archive, Bins, a Mesa, pass. Bauble, Opal, you have Metalcraft. Portable Hole, Pithy Needle, Naming Karn. Yeah, that's a problem. Emery. There's Flage. Cash Grab. Is that in their list? No. On their 4C list. Oh no, there's 5C that I'm looking at. 4C Breach? No. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore, I'll be real. Okay. Well, Wooded Foothills fetch. For a forest. For a stomping grounds. Shock. Rumble. Temple. And pass. Bobble, crack, target me. They need either one more white or one more red source to play Flage. Bobble. Cast Bobble. Mox Opal's back online. Are they actually gonna cast Flage here? Gonna be friggin' insane. Maybe I should just Bajuka Bogged? Shock the Sacred Foundry, cast Flage? Maybe Bog was correct. Yeah, probably would have been right. So a misplay on my part. Should have went for Bog to get rid of Flage and Yard. I'm just confused by like the directions to approach this deck. Myco Spawn cast. Oh. Yeah, that's right, I do need a green source, don't I? And we will grab another temple. Play Disruptor Flute. We just need Grinding Station. Name Grinding Station. Pass. We need another soul land off the top and we can deal with this Flage. So I guess they're just trying to use Flage as the mid-range game plan. Yeah, if he had Bobbled Bajuka Bog to Flage, that would probably have been the right move. Unfortunate. Well, next turn we can kick the Myco Spawn, exile their green source, and then go after Flage with the Devourer. So all is not lost. We're just going to be at an uncomfortable life total. Metalcraft offline. Interesting. Why do that? I guess didn't see if they wanted to fetch. Get lost, so that's going to deal 9 damage to me. So down to 8. Not thrilled about that. Fetch. Down 18. And Gaddock Teague. That's fine. Karn's offline then. So Sowing Myco Spawn kicked. Let's get rid of their green source. Grab another Eldrazi temple. Map token target Mycospawn. Yes, put that in the graveyard. Map token target Mycospawn. Bajukabog you. So I'll beat down to 5. Pass. Potentially down to, let's see, down to 5. We'll have to block. Another Emery. I'm hoping that there's only a 1-of Flage. Yeah, if we had Bajugabogged earlier, it would have been a lot different of a game. You have an Unholy Heat? Underworld Breach. Okay. Malevolent Rumble. There's Thassa. I imagine they grab Thassa. Chooses Breach. They can't cast anything else. Down to 5, down to 3. Breach, bobble, draw. Can't Kozilek's command, unfortunately. Return to hand. And we will cast Devour Exiling Flage. Trying to think here. We'll play the Ghost Quarters and pass. I mean, if they find Unholy Heat, that'll be a problem. Breach. Metalcraft Online. Rumble. Cash grab, there are sagas. Actually. Choose a saga. Another Rumble. Ah, shoot. They have more than one Flage. That's a problem. That presents a problem. If they just put it into hand, no, it doesn't matter. They'll have multiple red sources. If they put it into hand, they guarantee the cast next turn. Choose Stomping Grounds, though. Stomping Grounds shock. Malevolent Rumble. We're trying to win off of Thassa. We need a way to get rid of Gaddock Teague. Couldn't they have just won there, I'm realizing? Because they could have escaped it for 3. Potentially. They chose Emery. Bobble. Grab-back Bobble. So they have 2 red and 3 white, not including Mox Opal. Can find a way to get rid of Gaddock Teague, then maybe. Actually, hold up. Oh, I can't cast Karn because of Gaddock Teague as well. Malevolent Rumble. Let's go for it. Soulless Jailer doesn't cut it. Let's see if they realize that. And then if we play Karn... No, they'll still have multiple red sources. Bobble. Consign. We still can't play Karn, right? So... no Metalcraft. Get rid of Sacred Foundry. They have no reason to block. That's the problem. Fails to find a basic. Yeah, I'm expecting to lose here. Is Escape Flage. Win. Saga, yep. Underworld Breach. Okay. May have not mattered in the end. Oh, interesting. They had Grape Shot as well as Thassa. Okay. Okay, may have not mattered in the end, but frustrating regardless. Yeah, I think on, what was it, turn 2, turn 3, I should have just played the Bog to get rid of the Flage, and it would have definitely been a different game. So that was a major misplay on my part. Because Rumble didn't really impact the board state, whereas the Bog would have. So I should have went for the more impactful play. That is 1000% on me. Curious to what else my opponent will be boarding in, if anything. Still can just confuse in general to see Flage, but clearly as a mid-range game plan, it's not bad. It just is unusual. But unusual does not mean bad. Alright, on the play for game 3. Mulligan. Keep. So Lab. Devourer. Lab. Devourer. Temple. I think he pitched the Emrakul. Reveal. Yeah, another command might not be bad, but also this Bog might not be bad. But command can get rid of Bog, or I can get rid of things out of grave, so maybe just command is fine. Alright, pass. And pass. Bobble. Bobble target self. They have okay, they had a fetch, but then fetch. Hollowed Fountain for Portable Hole, Soul Guy Lantern. Interesting. Bit confused, not gonna lie. Yeah, pass it back. Draw a card. Sacred Foundry tapped. Go to end step. Let's ramp Scry Draw. Dump the Utopia Sprawl, keep the World Breaker. Emrakul the Promised End. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get rid of the red source. And pass. I guess Utopia Sprawl may have not been a bad idea because it was mana neutral. Spire of Industry. Okay. Rumble. Well, there's Karn. Cast Karn. Minus Karn. I think we stick with good old Tormod's Script here. Go to combat. To 13. And opponent scoops it up. Alright, I'll take the W. Yeah, a little bit sloppy in game 2, not playing the Bog, but beside that I think we played well, especially into a list that definitely perplexed me, I'll put it that way. That said, we'll be back for round 7. Alright, and we're back for round 7 on the draw for game 1. Let's see what we might be up against. Fact or fiction games? No list, so we're going in blind. Hand's pretty meh, unless it's specifically against energy. In which case it's okay. But just okay. Because we go 2... yeah, mulligan. Okay. A Templar Lab fixes this hand. So, Wooded Foothills, Utopia Sprawl. We want Devourer, so we drop the Emrakul. They go down to 5. We can't find a Lab or Temple, which is 8 out of the 53. So it's not bad odds. They're down to 4 cards? What the hell? What is going on with opponent? Tells me there might be a combo deck, because I don't feel like energy would go down that low unless they've somehow seen 0 lands for 3 hands. And I guess it's not impossible, just unlikely. Down to 4 cards. Bone's thinking hard on these 4. Either that, they're about to go down to 3 and or concede. All right. Oh, hold up. Is this the mirror match? Pass. Let's see. No, this is through the breach. Alright, well that's a bit scary. So this is the Rakdos through the breach version, Reanimator, with Gorios potentially. Either that or Emperor Bones. Lab, Tuck, Devourer. Trigger. That's so unfortunate. We whiffed hard. The question is whether or not to take the Stomping Ground or hope for something better off the top. The additional issue is the Stomping Ground doesn't do anything. The chances of us finding one would be 1 out of 49, or 8 out of 49. Right? It's like a 16% chance per draw. Screw it. Go big or go home. There it is. Sometimes you need to take the risk. We did, and I think it should pay off. Utopia Sprawl on red. We'll pass. So what we'll do next turn is cast the Writhing Chrysalis and hope we find another land. Bloodstained pass. Well, there's another land, but we need an untapped source. So either an untapped land or a Myco spawn. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 17. 15, so 15 out of 46 right now, plus 4, so 19 out of 46. I mean, my odds are good. Like, close to 30%, 33%. Raucous Theater. I swear to God, if you have a Goryo's in hand and you mull over an Aeon's Torn or Defiler, I'll be so upset. Thank God. Alright, draw. Opponent's thinking. Okay, there it is. Fetch with Misty Rain. For a forest. We'll go with World Breaker. And threaten to get rid of Ugin's Lab. Return Devourer to hand. Yep. Attack with Chrysalis. And pass. So we have a 2-turn clock on board. We know that they have a Devourer in hand, 3 unknowns. Passes the turn. Another World Breaker. Let's go to attacks. I have to decide whether or not to bog. As we draw into a land, we can World Breaker again. Let's bog, target you, and pass. Biggest thing now is they need to win. And opponent scoops it up. So this is Rakdos through the breach, win for game 1, on to game 2. So what do we do for this? Because through the breach, we do have a sideboard guide for Haybarite, the Stone Brain. I wonder if it's just better to keep them off of lands instead with Stone Rain. Because like I said, there's so many angles of attack this deck has now. Because they have Goryo's, they have Through the Breach. They have Yggdrasil. Goryo's is the cheapest option at 2. 2 mana, that is. Yggdrasil's next with, I think it's 3 mana to cast, and then another 3 mana to activate. We could take it from multiple angles, like Soulish Jailer could help with the Goryo's play. This says permanent cards and graveyards can enter the battlefield. So we could cut a Chrysalis. Maybe do it like this. Oh, I'm tempted to bring in Flute as well. It feels very much like the Grinding Station matchup, just because of the number of angles of attack it can come from. Because we go Flute, then we can Flute any of them, tax Goryo's, turn off Yggdrasil, tax Through the Breach. But are we overboarded then? Or run it like this. On the draw for game 2, command helps insulate us from Gorios. We can rumble. If we can find a lab with Devourer, even better. Yeah, we'll keep it. We're down to 6. So ideally we want Lab, Devourer, Talisman, Temple, Rumble. Blood Crypt, Shock. Tapped. Okay. Trigger. No lab, but a Utopia Sprawl. So we can take the Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl on red. And pass. Springs. Talisman. Talisman. Thoughtseize target me. Probably takes command. That'd make the most sense. He must have just drawn into the Thoughtseize. Taking the command is correct. Takes the Rumble. Interesting. Not sure what to make of that. Alright, well, that's a bit concerning. If they have a lab... No, they wouldn't be able to do that. Huh. Let's see what they got. Because they would need to lab, imprint, Faithless Looting, okay. I mean, if they try and Gorios, we have command. I was thinking hard here. Yeah, that's why I was surprised they took the Rumble. What I need off the top right now is a land. Where's Ulamog and Yggdrasil? Okay. On end step. And we'll get rid of Ulamog and Fluting. Because right now I'm worried about a potential Through the Breach. Okay, draw into a land, please. Yes, and thank you. Imprint. Devourer. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Talisman. Worldbreaker. Get rid of the springs. Reduce the number of colorless sources. And pass. Why give me the Ulamog? No imprint. Yggdrasil? Okay, that's fine. We can get rid of Yggdrasil. Maybe they're trying to set up Yggdrasil? But still, it doesn't explain why they took the Rumble. That's what I don't get. I think it just may have been a misplay. We have lethal on board. As much as I don't like doing it, I think we cast Devourer. Put a pause on end step? No, I mean, in case they do play the Ulamog, the clear board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, yeah, the board will get cleared. Because there's an Ulamog in exile, but we somehow win it. Yeah, that was a weird one. I'm not entirely sure about that matchup. But that does get us our 6th win, ending the not the semifinals, the Swiss rounds, or portion of the league challenge. Man, can you tell how tired I am? We're 6-1 at the end of 7 rounds. This means we should be guaranteed for the top 8. So we'll be back for the quarterfinals in just a few moments. All right, and we're back for the quarterfinals on the draw for game 1 against Shadow Titan. I feel like I've played against Shadow Titan before. I want to say they were on Energy last time. Yep, and looks like they are on Energy again, specifically Jeskai Energy. This hand's keepable. No consigns main. Yeah, we can make this work. I will keep. I will pass. I'd like to eventually see a red source for obvious reasons. Honestly, just a fetch would be good. Gaia Souls, yep. Sanctum of Ugin is not a fetch or a Stomping Grounds. They play a Johnny, we just exile a Johnny and ramp? Maybe not. I need to scry draw. There's a Johnny. Who would have guessed? Turn 1 Guided Souls and a turn 2 a Johnny? The classic pair. Emrakul. Yeah, so I think I need a scry draw. So exile Johnny, scry draw. So the only problem I have here of doing this now is that Guided Souls can grow past the size of return. Let's take a look at their list. They are on Galvanic Discharge, they are on Goblin Bombardment, but only 2. I might need to hold. I would like to not, but I think I will need to. Because if they don't flip a Johnny, then I think we're fine to hold off on the exile. Ranger Captain of Eos. Yes, that is fine. Not the biggest fan because that does dodge the return. Yep, trigger, attack, trigger, targets. This is fine. Scry, draw, exile. What's the alternative? Yeah, I think Scry, draw, exile is correct. Bottom, bottom, draw. Not thrilled by that either. Well, I will rumble. There's a lab for what it's worth. There's a talisman. The talisman would let me return. So talisman of impulse. And let's talisman of impulse. Pass. 4 card types. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 off of Emrakul. So as long as they don't flip a Johnny here, you might be okay. Flage hit me. Down to 14, up to 19. Attack in for 5, down to 9. Not great, but actually this might be okay. Sanctum of Ugin. And then Malevolent Rumble. Karn's a Thought, otherwise Forest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The main issue I have right now is the fact that they will be able to get Flage next turn. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Emrakul is 13. Because all they need to do is Floodstrand, fetch, Elegant Parlor, Graveyard. Minus Karn. For Tormod's Crypt. Go to Upkeep. Fetch. So this is going to be what in the fresh what? Galvanic Discharge. So 5, 7 down to 2. Oh no, we're dead. Son of a... Got to be joking me. Are we dead? 5, 7, 9. Yeah, we're dead. God dang it. The Galvanic Discharge got them there. Upkeep, Tormod script, target you. Let's see if they see the line. I mean, it's obvious enough. If we had just swept instead, what could we have done? You're guaranteed to take 3, 6, 8. We had no way of getting rid of Flage. I guess we could have... No, we've been on 1. 3, 6, 8, down to 1, which means I wouldn't have been able to activate the Talisman. I guess we could have, actually. I could have activated the Talisman. I would have swept the Ragavan instead. We'd had to wait. Meaning we'd taken 3, 6 to 3. But then no way to actually deal with the or the Flage. We cast the Emrakul. Maybe that would have been the right move. Yeah. We would have been down to 3. We could have then cast the Emrakul, swept the Ranger Captain off. Maybe that would have been correct. They would have ended up with 3 cards in yard. 4 if we trigger return to get rid of Ranger Captain, including Flage as 5. Yeah. I think maybe the Emrakul route would have been better. It would have given us a turn, right? Damn. On the play for game 2. Keep. It's a bit of a risky keep. Reveal Devourer. Oh, that actually is great. At least we can shuffle something away. Probably the return. Yeah, we'll shuffle the return away. Nothing there was all too fantastic, unfortunately. Opponent's probably a bit confused. Red. Pass. Shock and Ragavan. That is genuinely a problem. As is the fact we drew into no land. Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Devourer. Realizing I should probably exile Ragavan now. Reason being is consigned to memory. I'll hold up the ability to respond. Could be relevant in case of a Galvanic Discharge, Static Prison, etc. Down to 14. White Orchid Phantom. Oh, that's awkward. Because now that means we can't cast Command. Thank God for that noise. 2, 4, 5, 6. How do we want to process this? Again, we have to worry about consign. Sir, can you not play with your toys right now? Or at least not the ones that are on the desk. Here you go. Your toys are on the ground now where they're supposed to be. As vacuuming earlier between rounds. Yeah. I'll exile White Orchid. That way it avoids a Mockingbird. We could Karn, but I think we just hold. See what they play next. Another one. Yeah, glad we held. This is my last forest in my deck. Login Parlor, pass. Arena of Glory off the top. Sowing Myco Spawn. Again, a bit concerned about Mockingbird. Yeah. Sorry, stop trying to drink my tea. 4, 6, we'd be short 2, but we could play Karn. Or we can Devour, leave 1 remaining. Let's play Devourer. One more. Exile White Orchid. Guess right now I'm not too worried about White Orchid, but does get a threat on board, and we can always cast Sowing Myco Spawn to ramp next turn. Not sure if exiling a land really is doing too much here. Guide of Souls. 3. Flage. Okay, so now we can Bajuka Bog with the Sowing Myco Spawn. I'll sack in response. So cast the Sowing Myco Spawn. As much as I would like to set up for a kicked Myco Spawn next turn, I think a Bajuka Bog is better. Last thing we want is a fetch, Surveil land, and Flage. Attack with Devourer. They don't block lethals on board. Plays an Arid Mesa. Yep, they could have fetched, surveilled, Flage. Surveil trigger, Static Prison on Devourer. 1 card remaining in hand. I will play Sowing Myco Spawn. And I'll fetch for an Eldrazi Temple. Hi, Butter. Do you want lap time? I'll give you lap time if you want. Yeah. There you go. Get comfy. Come on, sir. Okay, fine. Whatever works. Alright. Well, down to 3. Unless you got something up your sleeve. You have Kozilek's Command if needed. Imagine they pay the energy. Arena of Glory. Ranger Captain of Eos. Yes. I'm curious to what you grab before I... maybe we should have exiled Mockingbird. Mockingbird on Guide of Souls or Ranger Captain? I guess I'll force Ranger Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we scry draw exile. Do not want the talisman. Commercial district isn't much better here. They'll become a copy of Ranger Captain. Gaia Souls, draw. I want to process this. You can grab Haywire Might and get rid of the Static Prism. That might not be a bad idea. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Garden the Great Creator. Before I wish, I think I will attack. You have to block at least one. If I do this commercial district, the graveyard a few. Minus with Karn. Yeah, I think I just grab Haywire Might. And pass. We're down to 1 now. EI resolves. A Johnny. So Guide of Souls, then a Johnny. Yep. Yep. So imagine Karn's down. Yep, Karn down. You want to use energy for that? It would actually... No, it wouldn't be as big as Devourer. The main problem now is that Cat Warrior token. Interesting, you did grow it. Why? End step. I'll get rid of the Static Prison. So I need a Kozilek's Return. Unfortunate. Because we can't, realistically speaking, attack right now, is the problem. If I attack, they block with a warrior token. I guess they have to block with both the warrior token and the Guide of Souls. That's true. I think we try and force it through. Means they can't attack with the Ranger Captain of Eos. They'll flip a Johnny, sure. But all I need is a removal spell. Hallowed Fountain, tapped. The Johnny tick up. Play Ghost Quarter. And attack you with Devourer. We can't attack with Sowing Mycospawn, unfortunately. They double block here, that's fine. Okay. They're solely on defense now with this Ajani. Other Gydesols, of course. Yep. Draw. Okay, well there's Devourer. Let's attack with Sowing Mycospawn, see if they want to double block. No. Okay, we'll cast Devourer. Get rid of a Johnny. Okay, lethal's on board. Plays a Plains. Go to combat. You have a Galvanic Discharge. Okay, we got there. Just barely. So this is Jeskai Energy. On to game 3. That was closer than I'd like, to be honest, with them recovering. We'll run it back. But are you my good luck charm? On the draw for game 3. We cannot keep this. Mulligan. I can keep this. Pitch a Verdant Catacombs. Pitch a Stomping Ground. Pitch a Verdant Catacombs. Actually, no, pitch a Stomping Ground. Done. Pass. Shock. Gydesols. Yup. Who would have thunk? Running Catacombs, pass. We'll fetch on end step. Ugh, Onslaught Pride. I now desperately need a... Ooh. Missing a land drop. Well, that's good. Desperately need a Kozilek's Return. Command is good. Interesting. We could rumble, otherwise we could command. They're short on mana. So command hit Pride or command hit Souls. The Pride itself doesn't get past return. The Gydesols does though. So I think for that reason we need to exile Gydesols here. Alright. Pass. They did find their land drop. Another Gydesols. Jesus. Fetch of the Arid Mesa. Shock the Sacred Foundry for a Ragavan. Another Ocelot Pride. That's frightening. Okay. Shoot. They grow the Ocelot Pride. Because now they're gaining 2 energy per turn. Oh, shoot. This is a genuine issue. We'll cast Writhing Chrysalis to block. So now we can block their flyers. Marsh Flats. Fetch. Shock of Foundry. Mockingbird for 1. For Gydasols or Ocelot Pride. Gydasols. Trigger Gydasols. Static Prison. Johnny. Jesus. Uh-huh. Clearly they just needed a land, and their hand was just absolute gas. Now you have 2 Gydasols triggers. What even? Are you just gonna stack it to a 7/7? Yeah, that sure is a thing you just did. So, that's fine. We'll take the hit, no blocks. Yep, all the triggers. We desperately need a Kozilek's Return that will allow me to then block the Ocelot Pride. So it's not a great solution, but it is a potential stopgap. We just need to hit the return. We currently have 7 mana. If we don't hit the return, an untapped land would be ideal. Utopia Sprawl's mana neutral. Shoot. That's a problem. Because we have 7 here. Another freaking Writhing Chrysalis ain't gonna do jack. On red. So now we rumble. We'll be left with 6. KGC can clear all the tokens. No. We'll be short with KGC. I don't think I have a way out short of Emrakul. And even then, I don't think that's a way out. You have 19 freaking energy. What the fresh hell? Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. Malevolent Rumble? There's return. We needed an untapped land. Ah! Yeah, an untapped land off the top would have gotten us there. Because the Writhing Chrysalis would have survived. The board would have been cleared. We would have had the World Breaker to double block the Ocelot Pride. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Four, 5, 6. Hell, if we had one more land, if that Utopia Sprawl was a land, we could have cast Devourer, exiled the Pride, grown the Chrysalis to an X7, and then cleared board with my opponent having 1 card left in hand. Damn. That's so sad. Alright, well, nothing we can do about that now, is there? Let's confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Damn. Well, it was close. In the sense of our percentage chance of hitting a land was high, but unfortunately not high enough. Ugh. Well, that's variance for you. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and it is based on 1 or 2 cards. That being said, I mean, I'm overall happy with the results of the deck, so I can't complain there. That being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting that like button. If you haven't already, also comment down below if you noticed any mistakes that I made, any lines that I missed, or just some general feedback. As always, as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope that I can learn from you all as well. And last but not least, we're getting closer and closer to our 500 subscriber goal. I think we are currently like under 80 subscribers left. Once we do reach that goal, we'll be able to start monetizing this channel and saving up towards a streaming PC so that we can stream live on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. With that being said, folks, thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!